What's going on YouTube? This is Jim back with another quick video taking a look at the Gears 5 hardware that is going to be launching later this year. There's stuff for Xbox and for the first time ever for PC. So if you thought Microsoft was catering to just console users or PC users, I'm happy to say that they are starting to release stuff for everything. And I think this is a positive trend going forward. I think you can expect to see both computer and console-based hardware going forward for all of their major franchises. I'm looking at you, Halo Infinite. All right, so the first console that they have up right now is the Xbox One X 1 terabyte console. It's currently on sale for $500 US. You could pick it up pretty much anywhere. Right now, Amazon Prime has it, and the Microsoft Store has it. As I say with all of these collector editions, if it's something you're remotely interested in, buy it now. You could always cancel it later. I mention this because there have been times that these things do sell out. Now, I'm not saying this one will or won't, but don't take that chance, okay? Let's take a look at what you get. Okay, so they are going all in on Gears. You're going to get, this is the definitive Gears collection. It's going to include the console with the limited edition Kait Diaz controller. You're going to get a full download of Gears 5 Ultimate Edition. You're going to get full game downloads for Gears of War, Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, Gears of War 4. Sorry, Judgment, you didn't make the cut. A month trial of Game Pass, a month trial of Xbox Gold. All right, so let's go and take a look at what this thing is. Now, I have to say off the bat, I think the console, not the controller, the console, mega sexy. I love this thing. It's definitely got a really cool look to it, and I was doing a little bit of research trying to figure out more about what the console felt like, and I don't mean that in terms of like picking it up and holding it, really, not that you're going to, but I didn't know if this was just a kind of skin or if this was airbrushed on. It turns out that all of these cracks that you're seeing are actually engraved in the plastic. So this is actually recessed, caved into, carved into the plastic. So these have all little divots to them, which is really, really cool. Additionally, the Gears logo, which looks like it's frosted over like a block of ice, and you're looking at the Crimson Omen from above, is resin material. So it actually has a different reflectivity than the rest of the console. So it's really going to pop. And on the back, you could see some nice airbrushing there. Light, kind of like a light mist of snow with the infamous Locust Omen that we saw at the end of Gears and the pendant, at the end of Gears 4 and Queen Mira, and how that plays into Gears 5. So there's a view of it front on. The console looks sexy as hell. The controller, on the other hand, not a big fan of. Now, this was actually leaked a couple weeks ago, and I was kind of hoping that it wasn't true, and unfortunately it is. It does have that same engraved look to it, so it is going to have some light engraving here and some of these like plates simulating Kait's armor. It does have the new COG logo on the front, and it's kind of hard to tell from this photo. I don't know if this one shows it better. I guess a little bit maybe. You see it's got the blue triggers on the back, and it's got blue underneath the left and right thumb grips. So you're going to get a little bit of contour in terms of this kind of washed over snow look effect with this bright blue, that kind of, that vibrant coalition bright color that you see on all the armor, and the neon that they wear on their power armor. And that's what they're going for here. This is definitely trying to replicate some of that look here. Well, that's actually a skin, but you get the idea. This has got you could see little touches of blue throughout the armor. The controllers on the back, it's got the rubberized grip, and if you don't like the console, you can pick up the controller on its own for $75 US. So, but there's some other stuff. So as far as the console goes, as far as the collector edition goes, I can't think of anybody at this point in time who hasn't gotten their hands on Gears 1, 2, 3, or 4. really, if they haven't wanted to. It's readily available on Game Pass. So the fact that they're making such a deal to give you these individual download codes instead of just giving you more Game Pass is kind of goofy, honestly. The fact that it comes with Gears Ultimate and the new controller is a nice deal. That console is amazing. Late generation into Xbox. We know Scarlett's coming next year. They talked about it briefly at E3 this year. Knowing that the new console is coming, I don't know how many bites you're going to get on the fact that you have an Xbox One X selling for $500 this late in the generation. That said, they did an amazing job on this console. But as I did say, there's more to this than just the console. They're going all out on Gears, and I think it's really, really cool. So we talked about the limited edition console. You could pick that up for $500. If you didn't want the super fancy console, they do sell a Gears 5 bundle with the S. That's just a boring white console that does come with all of the other downloads. You get the game and all that sort of stuff. So if you really wanted the X with that nice console, you're going to have to splurge on that. But they do have the S available. As far as games bundled together, this isn't a bad deal. You're getting 5 games. Normally they only give you 1. So keep that in mind if you're on the market for a new Xbox One S. Okay, we talked about the controller. Let's talk about the controller by itself, which we did. The stand. The stand is something new. Now, a lot of times they will release these additional stands with them. Usually the stands are just plain plastic that do match the look and feel of the controller. I have them for my Gears of War 4 controller set. I have them for my Halo 5 Guardians controller set. So this part is not really outside of the realm of what we've seen from Xbox. The thing they did here is they've included a battery backup or a battery case with the controller that turns this into a charging stand, which is why they're selling it for $50 US as opposed to normally like 10 or 15 that you would normally see on the standard controller A. I think that's what the name of the brand is, just the plastic piece. So if you're looking for a controller stand, you know, this is separate. This is not part of that $500 bundle. But if you want to put your controller on a matching controller stand and you got $50, go ahead and do it. But as I mentioned now a couple different times, they are not just launching with Xbox hardware. They're actually partnering with Razer. And they have the Razer Thresher, which is the Xbox One edition. This works on both the Xbox and on your PC. And it is a stylized look of that. You see the blue inlay here with the silver color. You see the logo there, and it's I think it's a nice look to it. It's not really over the top like you saw in the Xbox One X console, but I think it has a very nice look to it. It's also going to come with the high quality experience, and a bonus in-game item and a Lancer skin is included with the headset. I assume it's going to come with the upgraded Dolby Atmos, although it doesn't say it here explicitly. It says Windows Sonic. I'd be very, very surprised, honestly, if this doesn't have Dolby Atmos, considering that that's something they've been pushing for a very, very long time. So if you're interested in this headset, do a little research before, just to make sure, because I can tell you guys that Windows Sonic is not nearly as good as Dolby Atmos. And on the Xbox store, they do charge an additional $15 to get the Dolby Atmos drivers for your console. So keep that in mind if this is something you're interested in. But the fact that they're branching out into computer-based hardware is great. If you don't like that, they also have a separate keyboard and separate mouse set from Razer. This is the, it's got the, let's see here. This is the world's first wireless keyboard designed for the Xbox One. Comes with the Razer Turret. It's a Gears 5 edition and a Razer Thresher, the Gears 5 edition. Get incredible precision on a keyless keyboard with a built-in mouse mat paired with a mouse, blah, 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 blah. There you go. So the fact that they're including this, now you can have a mouse. Now, the new Xbox does readily support keyboard and mouse support, but obviously I think most people would probably be picking this up for their home computer, which makes a ton of sense. It includes Xbox dynamic lighting with the Razer Chroma, so you can get all these crazy colors, and there's a lot of really cool effects that Razer's done with keyboard and lighting and that sort of thing. It also comes with the mouse. You can get that whole set for $299. That is not a cheap price at all. I can tell you guys, performance keyboards and mice with a performance mouse pad runs you a little less than this. You're definitely paying a premium for getting that Gears of War on the actual keyboard there. Although I like the look to it. It's got kind of a brushed metal look to it. The mouse has a nice brushed metal look to it. I wish there was a better picture. And it's got the nice mouse mat. I am running a SteelSeries setup right now with a Corsair keyboard. My Corsair keyboard was about $200. My SteelSeries mouse was about $50, and my mouse pad was about $30. But I bought them when they first came out, and keyboards have come a long way. This is a mechanical keyboard. I don't think this one is. Keep that in mind. But if you're interested, they do have that. Lastly, they are selling the standard Seagate hard drive. We've seen this being floated around for a lot of different games. Sea of Thieves, most notably, had a nice Seagate hard drive, so you could load it up with all your goodies. It's a 2 terabyte hard drive with USB 3.0 plug and play. The nice thing about this is Xbox, it just works. There's no latency or anything. So if your hard drive is filling up, you plug this sucker in and you are good to go. So there you have it, a slew of Gears stuff. I went a little longer in this video than I wanted to, but I really wanted to take my time and walk you guys through everything that you can see here, whether you want the X or the S or the controller or the stand or the headphones or the keyboard or the mouse, which is a set, or the hard drive. There you guys have it. If you're a huge Gears fan like I am and you cannot wait for this game, you may be buying one or all of these things. I am on the fence on the console, even though I love Gears, even though I would love a second X for what I call my racing station upstairs. The truth is, it's really hard sell at this point, this late in the game, to be buying a new console for the premium price point. I think if you had an art style like this, with more of the S price point, or maybe you made the controller optional, I could start to see people biting a little bit more. But you know what? As I said before, if you are interested in this, buy it now. You could always cancel it later. Don't be one of those guys that's trying to buy this on the 11th hour when people will inevitably scalp them on eBay and Craigslist or whatever the hell they use today. So with that, I'd like to close out this video. Hope you guys found it informative. If you did, leave a comment. Oh, there's my phone going off. Every video I have, my phone goes off. Leave a comment, subscribe, leave a like, rate, share it with your friends, do all that great stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.